Good morning. Um, Good morning. I'm back with more of my characters. I did a poll on DeviantArt because I wasn't entirely sure if I wanted to continue um with these quote unquote secondary protagonists, as I think of them as, or if I wanted to do other characters, background characters, or characters from the sequel. Um, nope. The poll has dictated that I shall continue on this path. So I will be talking about um, Fern Holly and Night Feather. We'll see if I have enough time to draw both of them. But they are both Moon Clan cats, Moon Clan healers, and thus I want to talk about them together, mostly because their stories intertwine. Um, you'll hear a bit about Dove Water over here. Is my okay? It is visible. We'll hear a little bit about Dove, but it'll mostly be surrounding Night and Fern. And at this point, I've decided to give up trying to hide any story. So I'm gonna try and get through it all. I just don't have the energy to think up ways to dance around. Anyway, oh, hello, kitty cat. Hi, cat. Apparently, I need a cat break before I start. Hi, kitty. What you doing? Come on, sit down. You're oh so helpful during stream. Huh? Why don't you sit down? Okay. No sitting down is taking place. He's just gonna stand here. In my way. Let me check something quick. Now, I actually did a slight redesign of Fern, not that long ago, I don't think. Let's see. Oh. The beginning of the year, but yeah, you know. It wasn't really a redesign, it was mostly just an updated design. This is going to be a redesign ish. Hi, Icy Drift. Mostly because I didn't really like how the full body came out for her. And this one, I really like this design. It's one of the few that I have that are part of these big character design pages I did um, that I actually really like. The only problem is the way I did her, um, since it's just one side of her face, uh, it makes, once I draw it from the side I usually draw it in, this left facing side, she looks completely different, and I just didn't really like how it turned out. So I'm gonna see what I can do about that. Also, I feel like I've gotten to be a at least slightly better designer in the last almost year. So, and in the last couple years since I made this one. So we'll see. And if my voice sounds tired, it's because I'm tired. I woke up at like 2 a.m. Something woke me up and I just couldn't get back to sleep. So, I'm tired. Anyway, let me think about where to start with her. I'll talk about these two. Let me check in my notes really quick. When I created Fern, she came out of nowhere. I just thought it would be interesting if Moon Clan had two healer apprentices. And the justification is that, one, Fern talks her way into becoming a healer because Night Paw was already chosen because they think he's gifted. And two, they justify it by the fact that the current healer, Sand Swirl, is pretty old. And she's starting to lose herself a little. She's getting pretty frail. I put my information. Oh. Okay, well, the info I have down for her parents is no longer canon, because I changed one of the characters entirely. So, anyway, Fern Holly is born to someone, I don't know, I'll figure it out, alongside her brother Aspenfall. Oops. Me. Okay. And Fern Kit didn't show all that much interest in being a healer. She didn't really show interest in being a warrior either. She mostly just existed. But as she grew older, she got really close with um, with Night Kit, who is oh my god. Sorry, my brain is not running right now. She got really close with Night Kit. I'll talk about him in a second. That's fine. I appreciate you guys talking in chat, but it's never necessary. I appreciate you just being here. Where was I? So, she doesn't show any interest in any of the jobs that are presented to her, because in my universe, I haven't really talked about it all that much. But there are more positions than warrior or healer. There's, I don't remember all the names off the top of my head, but there's fighter, hunter, camp keeper, and nursery helper, or whatever I called it. I think that's all of them. Yeah. It's really simple. Fighters practice fighting even after earning their warrior name, and they learn advanced techniques. Hunters hunt more skill intensive prey. For Moon Clan specifically, this is like deer. And like other larger animals. But yeah, they learn how to hunt more specialized stuff. Camp keepers, of course, keep the camp, and nursery helpers, of course, help in the nursery. Anyway. Also, hi, Demissia. That sounds cool. Anyway, Fernkit doesn't show any interest in anything until, she seemingly gains a sudden interest in herbs. In reality, she just wants to be close with her friend, Night Kit, who is apprenticed about a month before her. And the beginnings of an innocent crush have started to form. But anyway, so she talks her way into becoming a healer's apprentice. And before I get farther oh, you're making a Pokemon region? What's it based on? I have a bunch of fake Mont designs I want to do something with. I'll pause the story for a second. Ooh. I mean, have you done any research on... Like, you don't necessarily need ChatGPT. Have you done any research? Maybe you could find... I'm trying to think how they came up with some Pokemon region names. You could base it on some kind of interesting word that kind of matches with, like, if you've got specific themes for your Pokemon. You could also do a misspelling of a good... I don't know. Anyway. Brain is not braining today, so that is the end of the thought. I really could have sworn I gave Fern Holly parents. I just don't remember who they were. Let me think where I'm going next in the story. I think I'll talk about... I've talked a little bit about Fern. We gotta talk about Nightfeather. Let's see. So, like I said, let's switch over before I get into apprentice days. Let me switch over to talking a bit about Nightfeather. So, Nightfeather, I do know his parents. Nightfeather was born to Moonfeather, and Rainfall, who, if you remember, is Nettlepool's father. So, in the family tree, it's a tiny bit messy, but Nightfeather is Nettlepool's half-brother and cousin, because Moonfeather I really need to change her name, actually. I didn't realize she was Moon Whisker before, so I haven't said their names together. I need to change her name. Anyway, I will do that on my own time. So, Moonfeather is the sister of Morning Dove, who is Nettle's mother. And then Rainfall, of course, is his dad. That doesn't matter too much. Nettlepool barely interacts with Nightfeather. Anyway, Nightfeather was born to oh my god, my brain is full of fog. Anyway, he was born to Moonfeather and Rainfall, along with his sister, Silver... I think it was Silver Leaf? It was either Silver Leaf or Silver Fire. I'll have to look back. I think her name's Silver Leaf. And he is their they are this couple's second litter. Their first litter consisted of Coal, Speckle, and Darkpaw, who I also talked about a little when I talked about Nettlepool. And of course, Darkpaw never made it out of his apprenticeship. Anyway, when Nightkit is born, he is seen as special, just because he is part of the leader's family. And Osprey Star, who is at this point in time semi-power hungry. She wants to be able to have some control over those quote-unquote ruling with her. I hate what I'm doing right now. So she essentially convinces her sister that clearly her kid is special. I mean, everyone else's kid has been special in our family, so clearly one of yours has to be. And so Nightkit, who he didn't show too much. He was fine doing whatever. He probably could have made a fine warrior, but after some strange dreams he talked about, and an imaginary friend, it was decided that he showed signs of being gifted, and thus was made a healer. Um, and as I said before, Fernpaw kind of forced her way in through just sheer will. And they are apprenticed together. Knight is about a moon older than she is, and he shows just general interest in her. Nothing more than, oh, I guess we're training together. That's pretty cool. My proportions are off. Anyway. After about a moon of training, the gifted, I don't have a good name for it. The quote, gifted initiative, I guess. The daytime half moon gatherings. I don't know. They're put into effect again. And these two are introduced to Stormpaw and Dovepaw. At this point, Fern has shown interest in. She's got like a tiny crush on Nightpaw, but it's nothing major that he really notices. I don't know why my proportions are so off today. This doesn't look right. Whatever I just did was worse. Anyway. Anyway, once this group of 4 meets, okay, see ya, Icy Drift. This is, I don't know what's going on right now. Clearly the lack of sleep is getting to me. I haven't even made it partway through the story yet. Give me a second to kind of shake myself awake, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Oh, sorry, Leo. See you later. Uh, not really liking what I'm making. Let's see if the fluff helps. Um, should I even continue? People who are still here, do you want me just to continue talking about the story as best I can, or should I save it for tomorrow when I'm a little more awake? I really didn't think I was that tired. Gosh. Okay, well, let's see how much I can get through. I'm probably not going to get through it all today, but we'll see. So, anyway, where was I? The daytime half moon gathering. They meet, they connect. It's since Mossy Glow is the connecting character, what is strong enough to survive fire? I don't know. Stone, I don't know. I forgot about my dog, give me a second. Anyway, Mossy Glow is the connector between these guys. She's the like what was I? Anyway, one big thing I personally noticed with these guys, this group of characters is not the spark that connected Mossy Glow, Angel Wish, and Nettlepool clearly isn't there for these guys. They become alright friends, but it's very clear that even if they had not become healers, upon encountering one another, Mossy Nettle and Angel would have become friends. These guys, not so much. And a lot of this probably has to do with Fern. Fern Holly is very opinionated, and she always wants to be the center of attention. She hates not being that. So when one of the cats that she really wants to pay attention to her, being Night Feather, pays more attention to an outsider of the clan. She is not pleased. And she kind of goes out of her way to... She grows almost a tiny obsession with Nightpaw, and she doesn't really like when he and Dovepaw hang out. Like I said when I talked about Stormpaw, he doesn't care. He just wants to get his job done. But he's got to deal with the melodrama that are his friends. And so I guess you would call it a love triangle forms between Dovepaw, Nightpaw, and Fernpaw. But Fernpaw is the only one participating in the triangle. Night and Dove have clear feelings for each other. Nightpaw isn't quite sure how to navigate it all, because he's heard stories of his half-brother, and the fact that he shouldn't get too close to cats outside the clan or bad things will happen. But he feels this draw towards Dovepaw, and Dove kind of pushes it. She is dealing with a lot of stress. She puts on a brave face, but cats are clearly nervous around her, and she doesn't know why. So she's pushing all that, and she's got a mentor who doesn't really know what she's doing. Give me a moment. You know what? Actually, I think, even though I'm not finished, I think I'm gonna end stream here. I my mind keeps wandering, and my focus is near zero. So hopefully I will be more awake tomorrow. Anyway, thank you for watching. Sorry that this stream wasn't. It just wasn't. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.